Hi there and welcome to Korea. You weren't expecting me to say that, were you? I can go on holiday, that's fine. More about that later. Anyway, today I'm going to be checking out the new Man with Mission song that actually came out yesterday and accidentally advertising Mini-Stop, as I now just found out. The coffee here is good. Don't worry, none of you can read Korean, I hope, so this is not advertising. Anyway, and believe me, they're not paying me, or I wouldn't be sitting outside Mini-Stop. Anyway, so let's check out this new song. There's not much to say except for, if you don't know them, they're the band who have wolf heads on all the time, which makes it really hard for them to emote. But that said, I have seen them live with Zebrahead in London, and they were really good. And we reviewed one of their songs before on the channel covering Nirvana, so I'm really looking forward to this. Anyway, good band from all I've heard, but I'm not that familiar with their material, so here's something new. And go. That's interesting. Now, first of all, to cover the reason I did this song, and I've got good and bad things to say about it. The reason with this whole channel, if you're new to a channel, the whole thing is that we try to critique. We don't just sit here kissing ass and saying, I really like Man with a Mission, so all their songs are awesome, which I could well do because I really do like the band. I don't know them as well as like hardcore fans, but I know them well enough to at least drop comment. Now, one of the reasons I did this is because, like I said, I really enjoyed what I heard with them before, and so I wanted to hear more of their material. And I thought, oh, brand new song, great opportunity. I haven't really covered them for a while. Let's get into it. Now, that unfortunately leaves me with a little bit of a bit of a difficult one for explaining this, because this is quite different from what I'm used to as being their sound. So I'm comparing it against what I think I know their sound to be and what a fan would know. But if you're kind of more familiar with the channels than you are with the band, bear with me when I say that most of their stuff, and fans get in there and comment as usual. Let's debate this one. I'd say they're more of a sort of harder-edged, like bombastic sort of sounding band usually. So this one's a little bit unusual for them. Not unheard of for them to do something more like this, but a bit unusual. Now, the concern I had was more of the production and their writing. So to talk about their writing first of all, the song was nicely written. I think it came across as sort of a good rock ballad. It had a big chorus. The pre-chorus was nice as well. I loved the change up of key as well they did before the end. That was kind of unexpected. I mean, that's the sort of song where you could have just sort of flowed it very smoothly towards the end, and I think most pop fans would have been happy. But they threw in something a bit unexpected there, and actually that was a good creative touch. So you could still feel the creativity in there. There was still that good songwriting. It wasn't their most creative song, but as a single, as something you'd put on the radio, yeah, sure, fire. And in Japan, that's the sort of hook which would do well. So yeah, I've got no problem with the song. Liked it. Like I say, not their most creative. Not going to stand out for me as being one of my favourites by them, but definitely one that I wouldn't criticise them as a band and say, oh, this is, you know, they've fallen off or sold out. I hate that expression, sold out. I think sell out is something that you virtually cannot do unless you throw away your creative quality. There's nothing wrong with going for sales and money. I mean, let's face it, why do music if you're not going to make a bit of money on the side as well, or you just all be buskers? So yeah, basically I've got no problem with the song, although it wasn't my favourite by them, and you know, doing something like this adds a bit of colour to the repertoire. But here's the problem. The producer, I think, let them down. I don't know how much on their side he was, or how much he was like influenced by the record company, or how much the band actually approved it, because they could have been all for that sound. But the sound was like really generic. The way it was produced, like the effects that were used, the way everything was sort of compressed into that very smooth, just lacked any impact. And I know this is a low impact song by its nature, but you want it to have at least some sort of bite so you could at least feel the rhythm. But everything felt really too soft in the production. Even a ballad can have some impact, you know, something to, you know, sort of jolt the heartstrings if nothing else. So I felt the producer let them down. The video was interestingly done. I liked the video in the way it was shot, but we have to admit that the concept, it's really hard to do an original video these days, but again, I think that the video wasn't as good as the song was, because we've seen that concept before, isn't it? Oh, we start off, everyone is different, everyone wants different things, but wouldn't it all be nice if we all got along in the end? It was nicely filmed. I like the way that they took each person and sort of when you did the X-ray thing, so you could see like an individual factor that maybe summed up their personality, summed up how they were feeling. So there were qualities to the video. I don't want to totally slag off the video. I think personally, in my opinion, I think the song outweighed the way it was presented. And my concern would be But if you're a new fan, isn't it funny seeing them singing through the mask? It took me a long time to get used to that. Actually, strangely, live it works better than it does in music videos. I think in music videos, because all the presentation, it just looks like, oh, that's what you've gone for. But live, it just looks crazy and fun. But yeah, where was I going with this? Yeah, so the song outweighed the production and the whole way it was presented in the video and everything. And so I would kind of like to see this one live, which is something I don't often say, but I kind of feel like everyone's sort of been drawing them back. But I can imagine that that's one of those ones, if you just heard it in the studio without any of the presentation, just heard them playing it as the band they are, it'd be much better. So anyway, there are people who are much bigger fans of this band than I am. Not saying I don't love them, it's just that I'm not as familiar with them as a lot of people have. I'm mainly I know a lot of their singles up to date and a few album tracks. I bought a few of their sort of thing. I don't listen to them as much as I should. And so I'm interested in getting to more. So real hardcore fans, get on here, tell me more. Tell me what you think of this. Is this one of those songs that's been dividing fans? I imagine it is. What do you think I should listen to next? Get in there, tell me more. As always, I'm just here to give a musical opinion as someone who is trying to be unbiased but loves music and loves going around the world. I was going to say this country, but I'm in Korea right now. I have got no problem with Korea, but I'm doing a channel about Japan. You know where this is going. Anyway, I need to stop waffling now. Until next time, ciao for now.